Hello, it's Ariana here from Scale and Simplify, and in this video I'm going to show you how to structure a sales page. What we're going to do is walk through one of my pages so I can illustrate the different sections and type of content that you need on a successful sales page so that you can convert your leads into buyers. In a follow-up video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this inside of Kartra. And in this video, to keep things really focused and simple, I'm going to just stick to showing you kind of the different chunks of the page and what to include in each of them and how to outline the content that you're going to then put into Kartra. Okay, so this is a page that I have for one of our services. If you're a course creator, this will still apply to you, and I'll talk throughout how it will differ slightly for a course versus a service, which this is for. But either way, you're going to start with the header section, or what we call a hero section, where you're going to write what your product is called and the key takeaway or like your main headline for it. And you always want to have a button right at the top in that section because you want the people who have already become familiar with it to be able to just click and buy or register for whatever it is that you're offering. So we want to always make sure that this is what we say above the fold. As soon as somebody lands on a page, there needs to be a button so that if they want to, they can take action. It also signals to them that, this is something that they can take action on, like there is something to buy. Okay, so after that, the first section of your sales page needs to talk to your ideal client, your leads, and show them that you understand what they are struggling with. Like, what are their main pain points? What are the challenges that they're having when it comes to whatever it is that you're providing a solution for? Get as specific as possible. So paint the picture really so that they can see that you really understand what their challenges are and how those show up in their life. So that's what we're doing here. Just, give like a main, and then you can kind of conclude that into one point where it's showing them like this is the actual impact that all of these challenges are having on your life or your business or wherever you are bringing them results and what that looks like. And then you want to start to paint a picture of what it can look like when they are on the other side of that. So you want to show them that they can transform and overcome these challenges and struggles, and that they can come out on the other side of it, and what will it look like on the other side. So you want to then start to like alleviate the pain of the struggle that they're facing and start to paint a picture of what life looks like after that. Okay, and then you're going to introduce your product. So we're saying these are your challenges. We know what they are. It can be better. It doesn't have to be that way. This is what your life can or business can look like instead. And how are we going to get there? Through whatever it is that you are offering them. So then you can present what your solution is and outline what the specific takeaways are going to be. So what are the concrete results that they will get from going through your program or whatever it might be? Okay, and then you want to showcase some testimonials. And after that, you want to jump into showing them what it is in more detail that you're actually offering them. So here we're kind of introducing the offer, and then after that, we're going to jump into it with a little bit more detail. So if you are doing a course, this is where you would have a description of what is included in it, kind of what it walks through, and all of that stuff. You can also include like the modules that are within the course, kind of list them out and describe each module and what they're going to gain and learn from all of those. When it comes to buttons, you want to have them throughout the page, of course. And your first one after the one your first one's going to be here, But then after that, your next button will be sometime right after you introduce the offer. So it could be after that first section where you've introduced it, or after you drill down and get into a little bit more detail about it. It just depends on how long your page is and all of that. And then another section that you want to have about at this point in the sales page, you don't want to have this too high up, but you want to have a section about you. So this is where you can put your bio, and then just also make sure that you then bring it back to the results that you're going to get for them, and the transformation that they will have through working with you. So you don't want to make it all about you. You want to show your credentials and what it is that you offer, but you can also tell your story from the perspective of, like, this is the transformation I got, and this is how I can help you transform your business or your life. And then you can add more testimonials. And this is something, depending on how long your sales page is and depending on how many testimonials you have collected, you can kind of put these like throughout the entire page, just keep coming back with those testimonials. Another section that you want to include is kind of who is this for and who is it not for. This does a few things. One, it clarifies for the person, like they should be able to recognize themselves in this left-hand column, and they should also be able to recognize themselves in the right-hand column. So somebody who is your ideal client and who you can get results for through your offer is going to read the "this is for you if" section and say, yes, this is me. And then they're going to read this and think, yeah, this is definitely not me. This doesn't describe me. Therefore, I don't fall into the category of people who shouldn't be going through this. And here you can include, 3 to 5 points in each one. It doesn't need to be anything too long or extensive, but we just want to help people understand that this is made for them. Okay, so I have another call to action and button here. And then at the end, you want to have a frequently asked questions section. So this not only serves to answer questions that people might have and that people ask you frequently, but it can also serve as a way to address objections that people might have. And with that too, I wanted to say you can also add another section towards the bottom here that does exactly that, specifically addresses their objections. And so you would put that here towards the end, maybe after this section, you can place that, and you would address whatever the most common objection people have directly. So for example, if you're selling a course, sometimes a common objection to purchasing a course is like, well, I can find all of this content for free online. Why would I pay for a course? Or I can buy a book that is much cheaper than a course, and so why should I pay for this to go through the actual transformation? And so that's just one example. So whatever it might be, you can actually address it by having like a header or a headline with the actual question. So in the example that I'm sharing, you can just literally say, well, I can buy a book, why would I buy a course? Worded a little bit better than that, but I'm saying, like, you can literally just bring up that objection and then address it, as in, answer why it is that they should, the benefits of going through a course versus just fumbling around and looking for free content or buying a book and doing it all on your own without the guidance. So all of that is to say, you can add another section if you really want to drill down into one or more objections that people have. But then also you can use the frequently asked questions section for that. And then this also just helps put people's mind at ease. They will have questions. If they're seriously considering purchasing, they will have questions about the little details. And so you can include all of that in here. All right, so those are the core pieces. Obviously, there are other things that we can talk about when it comes to sales pages. They can be much longer than this and have additional sections, but this is like the core essentials that you want to have on every sales page. And like I said, we're going to have a separate video that walks you through exactly how we can create this inside of Kartra, and I'll walk through the same page in that one so that you can see how the different sections are created. If you click on the link below or look at what's written below, you can see kind of an outline of these different sections just so you can keep it for reference for yourself. And if you are launching anything, whether that be a course, service, or even a freebie or a webinar, be sure to check below because I have something super special for you that's going to be a ton of help, and it is all free. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, click like below and subscribe to our channel for more tips on scaling and simplifying your online business. If you know someone else who would benefit from this video or similar ones, share it with them as well. Thanks for watching!